on this podcast, and I told you Scotland are going to win the league, and then you were like, no, it's a marathon. Hey, Scotland. Here we are.
Are we on air?
Yes, we're on air.
Okay. Yeah, because I have to know.
So you respond properly.
Yes. So what you've got to know is, if I've said it, I'll give it to you. Honestly, you said it. Though I know you had, there was how do you put it?
There was what?
He was sort of baiting a certain powerful wealthy man.
Baiting.
No, you were baiting.
Being analytical.
No. So, okay, I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
You called it.
Yeah.
Not scientifically, but
it was.
Bootlically.
Is that an English word?
Yeah, I've got poetic license. I've got poetic license, so I can create the word. So, but you know what? I'll give it to you. But here's the thing: when you look at how things are panning out now, this is when the affluence that he was clamoring about from the onset is beginning to take effect. Because you look at the number of signings that they've made and the quality of signings that they've made. By the way, these signings, they are not just big, good signings for Scotland. Value-wise, they've valorized the Premiership in general. You talk of Knowledge Msona, you talk of Kamapillet, you talk of Terence Tukamanja. These are guys that are coming from, big teams. So in terms of value, they've done. And now the experience that they have within their ranks helps them in as far as winning the championship is concerned. Because you've got, for example, you've got Nos Murira, you've got Ronald Pumbidzai, you've got Knowledge Msona, you've got Kama Billiard, you've got Kelvin Moyo, you've got, who else? Ntokozi Msebe, you've got the goalkeeper, Nelson Tajka, and the other goalkeeper, Taubet Shumba. Most of these guys have actually won.
Surprisingly, except for Peter Mtua, isn't it?
Yeah. For some reason, Peter has not won.
No. Let's not say for some reason.
Yeah, I mean...
There's a specific reason.
That's why he wants it so bad.
He wants it so bad, and he's going to win it now. I think he's probably... Yeah, because we've got to understand also and accept the fact that the marathon is not yet over. We've got a number of games. Yes, they won against FC Platinum and they gave...
They did not win against FC Platinum.
They walloped.
They pummeled them.
Yeah, they pummeled them. They decimated.
Yeah. Now, if you're telling me that they beat this FC Platinum side, which had not lost this season, pummeled them 5-2, right? Dynamo. You were saying?
So, no, I was saying.
Vision one.
When you look at now, it's probably going to be theirs to lose, but there's still a number of games to be played.
Simba Bora is still sitting at the upper.
Dynamo, Simba Bora is still. I think they are going the Mo's way.
Wait, guys, am I missing something? Wait, isn't Simba Bora supposed to be in the Champions League?
They will be.
It starts sometime in September, October.
Wouldn't that play a part in their defense of
No.
league title? And if it is that 1 point, if they keep it on 1 point, if Scotland manage to keep the distance between themselves and Simba Bora to 1 point, don't you think they've got more of an advantage?
Count Simba Bora out of that.
They've got depth.
No, hear me. Like I told him,
but
Yada is not going to be relegated. Simba Bora is going to win, is not going to win.
Yeah, in as much as we say that, but
maybe next year, not this season.
It will go to the wire. But I would love to see Scotland win it for the investment they've given to the game, what they've given to the game, and how they are looking to change and give our game a facelift. So that's what we want to see. Because for Ubone Poren, not to Coelho. The new base is around 7 million. But yeah, bonus for
Flonipa is 7 million.
No.
But they're getting cash. Well, of course.
Why are they winning?
What is it going to bring to us Zimbabwean football? What is it saying? What value is it
Scotland?
Yes, what they're bringing to the game. Also, this should work good for the PSL. If players are going to be bought and given those kind of signing on fees, what does it say to the PSL? Look for sponsors that are going to pour good monies into the game because of the aesthetics, you know, the caliber of players that are being brought to the game, you know, the commercialization of the game. So so I would love to see Scotland win it for that reason. But Simba Bora, I'm not you know, writing them off. Moors, I wrote them off even when you guys were saying they're sitting at the top.
Yeah, but most fans think that things will turn around.
No,
they say they've got a team. These guys have got Galacticos.
No, you know, but I don't think it's wayward. I don't think it's wayward for Moors fans to think, because you talk of, I think you got 10 games, I think. Yeah. 10 games to go. So that's around 30 points to play for. Yes, at this stage of the race, some are bound to stumble. Here's the thing with football. Every team will have a bed and a purple patch in the season, regardless of wherever it will happen, but you come. Most are going through their bed page.
Yeah, but didn't Scotland get through their bad patch?
They went through.
That's why
they are now on their purple page.
Isn't it?
They are now on their purple page. Yeah. So it happens. I think FC Platinum had a bad patch, like from the onset. But now you can also say they are, you know, in their purple page. If you talk to Scotland guys, be it the players or technical setup, they will tell you their biggest worry is with FC Platinum, not everyone else, because they know this is one side. Once it gets in the groove, it becomes a problem.
And they can be very consistent.
They are actually very consistent, because up until now, this is match day number 25. So up to match day number 24, they had not lost a game. So it really is something else. You know, this is a side that, you see, for me, what's interesting about FC Platinum, we've got to respect that setup. Why? Quality-wise, this is not the best of FC Platinum sides. Quality-wise, you associate the team with better quality. No disrespect to the players, but going back, the caliber of players that you had there, but even when they sort of stuttering in that regard, they still are able to have a side that can challenge. Hence, some of the guys that I had a chat with, no names of course, that I had a chat with, I'm still shocked as to how they go to consider 5 goals. It's a game of football. A game can go wrong.
Yeah, well,
it happens.
I don't know why they're surprised. They were just Luftwaffe.
No. I think you have to give kudos to Tondera Indiraya in how he executed his game plan on the day. He knew FC Platinum are going to play the passing game. What did he do? Get the guys to press high, you know? And they make mistakes through that high press.
Yeah,
so
look at the
number of goals that they conceded through that high press. So I think kudos to Tondera Indiraya for reading into Norman Mapeza's type of play and making sure that it does not allow them the space and freedom to play that passing game. What did he do? He said, press them high, allow them to make mistakes, pounce on them. That's all they did all afternoon.
I also feel, you know, coming back to the players now, sometimes you've got to understand the dynamics of a game. You see, okay, you've got your usual way of playing. Then this team is playing a very high line, and they are pressing. You get it? So as keeper sweeper, for example, Bizamani Day, the safest thing, you can clear the ball. It's not always that you've got to play the ball, because if you've got somebody who's pressing hard, if the team is pressing hard, you're bound to make mistakes.
That is dependent on how they're training.
Exactly. So
training is basically telling your body that, you know what, this is how we play.
Exactly.
So if in training you're not doing those long balls, it won't come as natural.
Very true, Innocent. But the one aspect about human beings is adaptability that we have. I take you, I put you in any environment. It takes you just a few, days, hours, or minutes, depending on how long you'll be there, to acclimatize and adjust. So in a game, you can see that, okay, this team, they're pressing hard. So it's difficult for us to even start playing from the back. You get it? So like the one that resulted, is it in the second match of a goal? Or if you are faced with a situation, even stamping your authority there in as far as, going into the duel, you needed to be a bit stronger going into that duel. After realizing that, okay, I've miscued, you could have tackled Machobe.
Yeah.
Could have tackled Machobe. I would rather, if I play, I would rather pull Machobe down. Get the red card. It's not a goal.
It's outside. It's not even a penalty.
Exactly.
So it's all right.
We are playing. They have played 10 men before, and they actually won games. So they've got an equally good Wallace Magwalani on the bench there. So it was simply sacrifice someone, and instead of having, giving them a 2-goal margin. Look, Dynamos were 10 men. They went to miraculously win the game. So they could have beaten. That was a miraculous penalty.
That was a Deva Mkamba inspired victory.
I'm not so sure
he
what
was,
he did, but
he was just
okay.
cheerleading.
Yes.
Of course, I accept.
I watched the game. I don't know. Maybe I'm.
And he actually got money.
He got money. I am yet to.
A whole T-shirt turning into a sack of Benjamins.
You guys.
Yeah, it was 20s, 10s, and 5. I'm like, okay, these guys are starved of success. I understand you guys. I'm with you, and let's continue to have
now you can't stop
that
sharing
size.
with all that kind of gross net that you got.
Yes,
And it's not taxable.
That size. There's no zebra there. There's no zebra there. So I think, but if I were Bizaban in that situation, I was going to take one for the team. Okay, I made a mistake, but at least let me try to.
It didn't lead to a goal.
Exactly, and like that, because you see, you don't want to be conceding against teams like Scotland. They will seriously look at the substitution that they made. They brought on knowledge, they brought on panache and capability. So at the end of the day, come on.
Hey, I never thought this lad will have space in that team, but he had a wonderful game. Matthews. I mean, he was
the assist that was given to Timon Machobe, man, that was wow.
Even the Shindolo one.
Yes.
Even the Shindolo one.
Yes.
I mean, the defense was left dumbfounded.
I envy Stans in this case. I envy him. He's got a positive
I thought that boy
headache.
was just going to then warm the bench, but I just realized, no way. That boy can unlock defenses
do you know?
Give him a third, seventh dimension.
Do you know this?
Of his play.
I think
you know what?
Stop at 33, but it's okay.
you know what? He was deemed unfit for Dynamos. He failed to make the grade.
But you know
Wait.
He failed to make the grade in Dynamos.
But
Yes. He was offered for free, by the way.
He was offered for free
Yeah.
to Scotland.
No.
Dynamos.
When he went to Islanders.
He was given. Oh my word.
Yeah, he could not make the cut.
For free.
The blue half of the cut.
But can he fit in there now?
You can't keep on tendering like Pepe will say. I think
Anyway, guys.
And it's not just him, by the way. Anyway, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about Dynamos. So, we're not certain. Anything can happen, like Bevan says. But right now, clear favourites are being Scotland FC.
For me, I think there's no stopping them at this stage.
And the only threat that is there is number 3.
You know what? You know why? Because if you want to look at why this favours Scotland match, they played most of their tricky fixtures away. So all these guys are coming to arrive. You're coming to the slaughterhouse now. Because look, the only tricky assignment I think that they have is going to Simba Mpora, whom we know will not beat Scotland.
Yeah, but Dynamos is tricky.
Yeah, one thing.
They may give.
It also speaks
they
to
may be lenient, but
it also speaks to Dynamos survival. Why why their fans could play a pivotal role in their survival. Because Dynamos, in the last 12 games that they're going to play this season, they're going to play 10 of those, like at home.
Dynamos is at home everywhere.
At Rufaro. But what I'm saying is they only are left with 2 away games. That is to Highlanders. But like next week, after this weekend, where they play Kwekwe United, they travel there. That should be 3 points for them. That's what I'm saying. They should get 3 points. That would be a big bonus for them because the other, games, the other 10, they can force the results. you know, and not away from
Yeah,
home.
but now,
So, you know,
for Dynamos
they
now,
did
it's
see the
just not...
first result last weekend.
No, but for Dynamos now, it's a bit tricky. It's just not them getting results. It's them getting results and everyone around them not getting the results.
That is
Yeah,
one
but-
problem,
but
because
the thing is,
it would have worked in their favor if Bikita lost.
That's what I'm saying. They need to beat those, all those in the relegation matrix, and unfortunately, they are left with 2.
Wait. All those in the... that's from number 10 to number 18. All of them have to lose for Dynamos to...
Including Highlanders and Cape United.
For Islanders to survive relegation, for Dynamos to survive
The
relegation.
Green Machine and Ezimyama Yenkan will donate to a.
Yeah, we have had miraculous results before.
Yeah, once Islanders and Cape United.
Yeah, Islanders once lost 4.
Yes.
Yeah, it happens. No, it's the other team playing very well. It's the other team playing very well.
Nothing to do with anything.
Because you see, kicks of a dying horse are very dangerous. You can.
Yeah, and it's clean.
Yeah,
It's clean, above board.
Above board.
Yeah.
So that's why I say for
And
Dynamos and survival,
the 7 million is responding.
if the fans come and did what they did,
And I was actually surprised.
Man,
If they come and
the atmosphere
if
was
they come
electric.
and do what they did, why would he tiperekeze? Try tiperekeze uyabona umeme.
You know, it brought this nostalgic feeling of the days of your Monya for hire, your Justice Machavi.
Yeah.
You know, when Vietnam would come alive.
Yeah.
You know, there was
They've got a cheerleader for players, so why not?
there was a game.
I mean, you could be
There was a game then.
orchestrating, you know, the choir.
There was a game then. There was a game
Maestro.
then that they Arare Derby. They actually beat Cape United. So they were like, he go ne kepe adona. You know, you could hear it from. So and you don't want to lose that. I actually and honestly hope that they survive.
Yeah, me too. I'm in for 22 team league. It's amazing. Let's talk about. We're already talking about the relegation matrix, and like you guys say, from 10 to 18, it's tight. But from number 18 and number 17, that's where things are a bit tight.
Tight, yeah.
Because
Crazy.
Dynamos is about 7-8 points behind. Who's that? Just outside the relegation zone.
Cape United.
Islanders and Cape United.
Islanders and Cape United.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because these are tied on points. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have to. Dynamos has to hope that Yada starts dropping.
No.
And you say Yada is not going to drop points.
I said it last week, and I'll say it again in capital letters.
Yeah.
Never. Yada is not going to get relegated.
Okay, the question is now, why won't they get relegated?
Because Yada know how to
Survive relegation.
Yeah,
Guys, we used to talk about this, what's it called, Wange. You remember Wange? Wange used to be just
Wange,
in the Premier League.
They are not Yada.
Was the executive that failed.
They are not Yada.
They are not Yada.
Yeah.
Yada, the executive failed. If you get the
Yada, they play
Wange, it
good
was the
football.
executive.
They play good football. They have bolstered the squad. And now the ageless William Manondo is leading from the front. He's going
Now
to.
those goals that were being missed by their strikers.
They are going to be
Mr.
going.
Goals, Mr. Chibuku is going to be scoring.
He's going to be scoring goals.
Chibuku
Yeah.
cap is starting. Use.
So who's going to get relegated? That's the question. We're saying the league doesn't make sense without Dynamo.
This one is already relegated.
Kwekwe.
This team from Kwekwe.
Kwekwe gone.
Yes.
We did mention at the start of the season that
yeah,
Kwekwe were favorites to go down.
Yeah, but I think the next few games we will see Bikita Minerals and Triangle coming down.
And also,
What happened with
it's sad
Triangle?
for
They
me
used to be
see-
so formidable.
Bikita Minerals
for me
is
to
good. I wish they would have invested.
They would have invested.
They are a good side with a good coach, but for the reasons of for the reason that they had poor planning at the start.
But for the other
I've got
clubs, yeah,
friends
yeah, yeah.
close to Bikita that tell me they did invest a
Invest
lot
in what?
In what?
in the same thing Dynamos invested in last season.
No, but Bikita Minerals.
Bash to Baba.
I would disagree. I would disagree.
No.
You know why I disagree?
Why?
They have one of the most technical guys in our local football.
No. It has nothing to do with the coach.
Because before.
It had nothing to do with the coach.
It was at the beginning of the season.
It was at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, well,
that's when the investment came in. And the coach, well, from
that's
what
like
I hear,
that's like your raw edit.
Yeah.
That's like where you come from.
Where?
Biggie.
No.
Okay.
I just got people there.
Aren't you from Biggie?
I just got people. I got people.
Yeah, you will tell us more about that.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. I won't argue with that.
Yeah, so yeah, they did invest. It's just that they invested in the wrong
Yeah, but
thing.
they are a very good side, you know, refreshing to watch. Even if they end up getting relegated, this is one side that I would want to quickly return and do
With the same
setup.
With the same setup. Because I believe whatever ideas that Mtekede has will actually bring up Bigita Minerals. If they're going to listen...
But I feel this is a guy who should get to coach one of these big teams. Not
yeah, you should get one of the big teams.
I think
yeah, but
we are underutilizing a great potential there, for me.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I don't.
That's what we do. Cricket. Anyway, we were strictly football. Kwekwe United definitely going down. There's hope and prayers that Dynamos survive relegation. But who are the other three teams to go down?
If
Manika does not...
But Manika, didn't Manika win over...
They won, but they're still in the murky waters.
They're not convincing for me.
If they don't...
Now that there is our boss now here, because he's left us, and now we can say Manika can be relegated.
We can safely say that. Yeah, he might still have connections, so Manika will not get relegated.
It will be sad for me because I always love a team from the Eastern Highlands because
and they've got a very good home ground.
For us, when we visit there, it's always a good stay, you know, and the stadium with a bit of sprucing up as well.
Yeah.
It's one that can even watch international matches with the good architects who can give us a plan to that. So, but having said that, Bikita, Triangle, Manika for me. Dynamos will survive. I
believe all of them will survive.
No, we are not going to have that kind of intervention. you know, it's already...
But do you know that the Constitution says 20 teams?
Really?
Yeah.
Which Constitution? The ZIF or the PSO?
The PSO one.
Says 20?
Yes.
We've got a loophole somewhere. I do survive.
But if you talk to PSO guys, they'll tell you, Matima got one. They would rather have 14.
14?
Yeah.
Competition sake.
Yeah,
why?
Managing.
It's manageable.
Yeah. And
they'll tell you that.
14.
14 will be perfect.
Hey, there won't be any.
Rufaro won't be looking like what it is today.
It would.
Yeah, Rufaro is.
You don't have time to breathe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rufaro, I think, can't even stand.
What? The grass is no longer green. It was never green, but...
You see, the sad part, you know, is when you go to Greenfield Sports Arena, when you go to Hart Stadium, when you go to Sakuva Stadium, when you go to Babafield Stadium, even when you get to Gibo, you know, you're shocked. Then you come to Rufaro and you're like, hey, Val. It's about policy. It's about policy. You know what? Do you know Rufaro? If the pitch was reserved for match day only, things would be okay.
But
doesn't matter how much.
Come on,
doesn't matter how.
I say do other things. You know, have you been to a Greenfield Sports Arena?
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
My guy, when you get there, you know, deep in the rural setup, but when you get into the stadium, man, it's so refreshing. It's so nice. You know, I was with this guy And he
was pretty happy on the pitch.
He became a selfie superstar.
Yeah, with Rugare. What were you guys doing? You guys were creating content.
You know why? Because of the aesthetics. It was just beautiful.
I don't know if the producers can you put the clip of Rugare and Valentine being funny on camera?
Yeah, but if you look at the surrounding, the pitch, it was just nice. So I don't know at Trafalgar Stadium why they don't do that. I think we need to have the mayor on the show, and we can talk to the mayor and Your Worship.
What's going
happening?
on? That's probably
changing sport to what do you call it? Wrestling then becomes different altogether.
Wrestling at this cinema.
Stadium.
Okay, I know where you're going. Let's move on. I know. Don't disrespect.
Yeah, I know. Then, having said all of that, the recycling of coaches. There was one coach. I think we were sitting in the other studio, and we were talking about a strikers coach coming into Dynamos, and I think that's the week that they then changed coaches. And my question was he the right person for Dynamos at that time? Because they were struggling at that time. But it seems like every team in the Premier League would just recycling the same coaches over and over again.
But you have to take it from the point of view that very few have got cafe license. That's where the challenge is. So those that have passed or those that have got the qualifications are quite a handful.
Why is that?
First it was COVID. Then we had our problems with the suspension. And then we had also the normalization committee failing to implement some of the required systems to make sure. I will always mention this.
Yeah,
so,
he still has grudges.
No, I don't hold grudges, but it's the truth. They failed. I mean, they could have. So
yeah,
I'm just giving you, all this I'm giving you is a 6-7 year period where we failed, to get coaches a cheaper CAF A graduation because most you have to go outside the country. So you need a bit of investment to get the coaches to go, and who is willing to take, coaches to say, okay, can we take you out to Brazil, Europe, go for Europa B or Europa A, or whatever the qualification that is equivalent to CAF as well. Because we didn't have that, can we take you to Tanzania for a month or two so that you can finish that? So very few have got that kind of qualification.
So maybe
can I interject?
All right, cool.
Yeah, whilst there is water in what he's saying, it holds water. But if I'm a professional and I want to do it, you have gone out of your way to get a qualification that you have. I'm not justifying the system. No. I think the recycling is premised on just mistrust. People don't trust these guys.
The new ones.
These teachers that have gone and acquired CAF A's. People are just saying, I have a teacher gone with a high school. Yeah, I know a lot of teachers they're quite a handful now. Right. Quite a number of people who actually have, CAF A.
They prefer former players.
Yeah, there's that also, exactly.
Isn't that the same disease we have with the recycling of players in the Premier League, where most clubs are not confident or don't trust the new boys or the younger guys to come in and do something?
If I ask, what do we mean in recycling players in the Premiership?
Don't behave like we haven't spoken about this.
No, I'm trying to
We're having a situation where a Dynamos player this season is a Highlanders player next season, and AFC Platinum the next season.
So are we then saying we are not getting new players coming up?
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
I think this season, I think that's where we have the biggest number of new players.
We have a new player.
Yeah, I'm looking at previous seasons. The last 2-3 seasons, we had stagnated. That's why we had more squads with an average age of 27, 28. You look at that and say to yourself, you have people that are playing in the probable age of 35, 36, 35. You know, players lie. It's still 31, but it's 36.
But 27,
37.
28, you are on your peak.
That's your prime.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you look at that, what pushes that number? Your Premier League should have at least 25, 24. You know, then you know you're feeding enough young players into the system.
Now, I will need to bring it to your attention that because of the mushrooming of a lot of academies and, you know, the global village thing, people can now take their players straight to Saudi Arabia. People can now take their players straight to South Africa. People can now take their players. So players are being produced, yes, but the Premiership is no longer the only possible destination. You've got the Motsepe Foundation in South Africa, which is also taking a lot of players. You've got Tanzania, where a lot of players are going. So you've got players, you hear of a player that you barely know of being probably crowned soccer star of the year in Botswana or being in the top 3, but you barely know of the guy here. So I think it's...
Isn't that testament to...
We are creating players, but... maybe the league is no longer as attractive, but boom, here comes Scotland.
Yeah,
which has made
that's a very good point there. Scotland FC, I know a lot of people probably will be saying they're buying the league and everything, but having Kamabiliat, Zukamanje, Musona,
that guarantees crowds.
That guarantees crowds. And I think, to be honest, it would be better if we have situations like that with every club in the Premier League.
You have your Mafia situated there. Everybody wants to see, but he's a new player. He's doing well.
So now,
what they have got a chakuchichi. But sometimes I think Scotland needs to, to give some of these boys to other teams so that we get to enjoy it.
Aren't they doing that? Didn't they loan someone to Chicken Inn?
No, man.
They loaned the striker to Chicken Inn.
No, I'm talking about...
Chicken Inn are winning games.
Yeah, which is okay, but I'm talking of your chakuchichis. You know, imagine a chakuchichi at Yada. Running the rings. Because the boy is good, I tell you. So I think, but of course, everybody would want to be there.
That boy at what you call it, at Greenfield, he's a good lad. Came in second half, light, spoiled.
What you mean?
So Anzi doesn't want to work hard. Plays for Greenfield. I'm forgetting his name. If I find his name as well, good talent, that boy. And I think he needs to be kicked out of his own mukumba and understand what life is all about. I think
and work hard.
And work hard. I think life will be okay. You know, sometimes you need to do that to this sport.
Okay, in other words, let me say it diplomatically.
Yes.
He needs to be taken out of the comfort zone.
Yes, exactly. That's what when we mentioned Tino Benza. I know sometimes as a player, you'll be like, so why should I push myself? But I'm saying we could have seen a better Tino if he had moved.
If he had challenged himself.
He challenged himself and maybe gone back to be that prolific striker for Herentals again. But I think he needed 2-3 seasons away from Herentals at his, like some 3 seasons ago. If he had gone there during that time, he could have learnt a lot.
Yeah, but like you're saying, do I have motivation to do that?
That's the other thing.
Because I mean, I cannot leave literally my team to go and enslave.
And is that okay with
to go and enslave myself somewhere?
And Jungzotara triple living room showed up on it. Wanna flick your Saga.
I should see the highlight show that I saw on Facebook.
It was sweet. There was flicks everywhere. Every time I touched the ball, there was a flick.
I respect people in our industry, man.
Let me laugh.
Well done.
Yeah, of course.
So, having said that, the big players are coming to the Premier League, right? So, whose duty is it? Whose prerogative is it to then market the PSL? Because we've got Scotland, they're doing their best. They've got the stadium, they're building the stadium that's there. They're bringing in the high-profile players. We've got clubs like Greenfield with the Greenfield Arena doing pretty well with them. So who picks up from here? There's a little bit that's been done. Who picks up from here?
I think it's an opportunity for PSL, particularly the new executive that is there. It's a breath of flesh blood that has been injected there. So I think they have more oxygen for the blood to flow smoothly, for better things to happen. We know when you pump good fresh blood and there's enough oxygen.
Yeah, it's a vehicle.
It's a vehicle. So now you look at the PSL. What they need to tap into what Scotland have done in terms of commercialization of the game, either through player signings to attract huge crowds. They know what they're up against. They're up against Dynamos, Highlanders, Caps United that have a rich history in Zimbabwean football. So what do they need to do to have a fit into that? They have to disrupt the norm and take from the giants, take from everyone, and develop something and show the old guard how the new school of football is done and give them that kind of a lecture. So what the PSL needs to do, you can go to the market. Guys, look at the crowds that we are pulling because of this number. Look at the players that are playing in our league, the caliber. Soon we'll be seeing, the Nakambas coming into a local league when time to retire comes, and all those in the diaspora, they will love to go back, even for the younger players, because rumor also has it that some of the players that are willing to play for Zimbabwe that are in Europe and are not getting enough the space or the recognition are willing to come to our league.
No, Caps is getting those guys.
So
was it last week or last week?
Yeah,
So I'm saying
that's the strategy now for a local league, to say we can get those boys from the diaspora. They can come and play in our local league. It frustrates them to the South African league, then to Europe, or even direct from our local league to Europe. So because from their own local league, it's the second, third tier, they won't have that opportunity. But you come here, if you are able to fit into our league, it's an upgrade of some sort in terms of recognition, not in terms of play, but in terms of recognition and a pathway to Europe as well, where everybody envisages to play for big clubs as well. So I think that's where the PSL needs to come in and say to...
It's not only PSL though.
Even the investors themselves, they need to tap in because the crowds are going to come back.
Yeah.
The crowds will love to see the Nakambas, they will love to see the Msonas, they will love to see, Munesi at some point, if he decides to come back home at some point in time in his football. So this is what we should be ready for as the PSL. So the PSL needs to have a strategy.
But my game has a age number.
For me, it's not just PSL. National Sports Stadium, the last I had, it's not coming back with PSL.
Yeah,
the last I had. Maybe
it's going to be Wembley.
Yeah, it's going to be Wembley.
Okay.
But
it makes sense.
For me, I think it's everybody's duty, from the fans to local government to the corporate world. The PSL, where they need to lead from the front, is create a match day experience. Because at the end of the day, the corporate world is going to follow the crowd. So I'm not going to go to the stadium just for 90 minutes of football.
No football. You
get it? For example, I'll give you a simple example. The PSL are in partnership with the national broadcaster. The national broadcaster is covering both radio and TV, all the games that they can. There are certain individuals within the national broadcasters that have traveled far and wide with him throughout the country. The moment that they see the bus or our bus, the first thing you're going to be asked, Radio President Warkupi. So you've got individuals already that are crowd pullers, that you hear of people, requesting wherever you're going. How about, say, you are broadcasting in Sakuva there. We're televising a match from Sakuva there. The promos are done, everything is done. Prior to the game, come meet the radio president and stuff. You're commercializing the game now. If there is a section, or even they have got a memorandum of understanding with the national broadcaster on however they're going to, go about it. But exactly, you go there. Radio Zimbabwe, for example, is broadcasting from Sakuva Stadium. These people get to meet the people that they love so much. They get to spend time, sign autographs and do everything. You get it? That is, untapped niche areas that people...
For clubs, for clubs. This is the time for clubs to honor and respect their legends.
Yeah.
Take them with you for signing autographs, for an appearance. It can be an away game. It does well for your merchandise and for your connection.
Yeah, it also depends on how you treated your old guys.
Yeah, that's why we are saying we need to reconnect, because I think the big three will benefit quite a lot, except for the new ones where players have been very nomadic. But these ones, you have to, eat into their legacy and say, okay, we can carry a Dynamos Legends team that can play, if it's at Sakuva, some Mutare-based select of legends.
You can have Tanganda United Legends.
That's what I'm saying.
You can have Tanganda Legends. Even though it's defunct, you can still have Tanganda players.
They can form a team and play Dynamos. If Dynamos is going to be playing Monica Diamonds. So that would be your curtain raiser, and that could bring some nostalgia for others.
And you can ride on it.
And you can ride on that. So you need to, this is how you need to connect with everyone in terms of commercialization of the game and giving a match day experience, not a game day experience.
Yeah, but all of that you guys are saying is well, good and fine, but that depends on all the stakeholders coming together and saying, yeah, this is what we want. But we've had situations where, yes, the other guys might be saying, yeah, this is the way to go, but then one of the
for as long as we don't sing from the same hymn book, we're going to have issues. We need to sit and agree to have football being the winner. We need to have an environment where, there was a point where, you had quality within the local premiership. I mean, quality. You would export 5 players or so to South Africa, but still remain with serious quality. Go back to maybe around mid-2000s. You had quality all over. So you even if you had your Malajilas and whoever's going, whoever remained here was good enough. And when the Malajilas returned, they brought euphoria, from the fans because of, the previous stint. So what we need is to make sure that the players see value in our local league. To say, okay, like what Scotland are doing, regardless of how anyone feels about them, imagine, you hear after beating FC Platinum, these guys are getting 100,000. So they're going to divide 100,000. If you divide it amongst the 23 of them, you're talking of around 4,000, something like that. From one game. Why would I go to play in South Africa if I'm getting that? Or if monthly I'm going to get maybe say 3,000. Let's just say 3,000. Why would I go to South Africa? Because this man has winning bonus. You get it. So sometimes let's make it such that our players will feel like I want to play for this. Quality-wise, if we've got good quality, we're going to have big crowds. We're going to have the corporate coming. I remember the days, Valentine, you remember also, you remember, growing up, we had a lot of tournaments. During the league,
what is a
you could have Madison Trophy, you could have PP Cup, you could have Kings Gate, whatever.
Ziffa,
you're going to have Ziffa Unity, Castle Cup.
Yeah.
You could have these. Now it's just your Chibuku Super Cup. That is
it.
That's it. So what is it that is making the corporate world, shun our football?
It's the governance of our football.
So we've got to work on that. Let's have, breakfast meetings with the corporate world. What is it that you can... From day to day.
Yeah, now whether it's growth or it's malice or it's whatever the case may be.
Probably growth. Let's keep it growth.
All right. Tendeseka house there, and you ask yourself, which is expensive.
New brooms, new things.
Yeah, all right.
But I feel.
So
I feel we should get to a point where Ziffa actually have bigger offices that they own, that are owned by Ziffa. Engage council.
Project.
Simple.
It's simple.
Simple. Go.
Yeah, that's
build proper offices there.
Simple. They've got land and everything there.
It's going to take some time. And unfortunately, we've run out of time, guys. Yeah. So we are all.
Ireland.
Yes, Ireland is going to survive relegation. We're done, is it? We'll talk about Islanders next week.
Are they even threatened?
Islanders blow hot, and that's another discussion. You see now what you're doing.
They are nowhere near
There's
relegation.
hot.
Ngoba uyahlupha ngale kubhosa lapha nothi yonke sephendukile phela. So
Well, that's
I don't want to use a certain word by a certain former coach.
that's a look at Strictly Football. Thank you for joining us.
the clown.